Oh, hi everyone. I haven't went live in a while. Right, I just want to check that's off. Yeah. And right, got a timer on, so I want to stick to the timer because I'm not going to get through all 12 signs, but I aim to get through 6 of them before my tea time, about 5 or something, 5-ish, half 5, whatever. That's my goal. So even if I get 5 done, that's fine. The collective in 5. And then if I've got energy after it, I might I might do them through the night because the new moon in Aries is actually although I do want to check that this is actually on. The new moon in Aries is no, it's not, because where's my microphone? I've done it again. Oh no, it is. It's on. Yeah, it's there. Fuck's sake. It's all this Pisces. Right, wait a minute. I'm gonna I can feel my healer guide at my leg already. My leg will what? It's not. Where's my microphone? Oh, there it is. Go. Well, we set a goal. I've not got high hopes for it, but share how you'll celebrate. They've done this before. I've never used this very much. Wait a minute. I'm just going to play with this for a minute. Um, let's do that, and then share how you're. Hello, how are you doing? Oh, get laugh my fucking ass off. Well, welcome back there, Nathan. Welcome back, Nathan. That's hilarious. You just reminded me that this is actually when I do the personal readings. Thanks for reminding me. So if you'd actually like that before I get started, then do you want me to do it here? Or if you want it to be more private, I'll do it in the membership, but I'll probably be doing that later on tonight or tomorrow. That's funny. Right, share how you'll celebrate. I'm going to write, I will keep going through the night for all 12 signs. So I'm going to actually set the goal a wee bit higher. Well, actually, I'm only on here for this isn't really. I'll just keep writing the same thing. That's what I'll do. I'll just keep writing the same. I don't really understand how this works. I'm just going to do that, right? I'm only going to be on this for 30 minutes. If it's longer, it's longer. But I just want to use that thing because I want to try and use it for different. Right, okay. What? What have you got to tell us? I'm always worried when you say, guess what? Um, right. Let's see. So this is going to be the collective one. And then I'm going to do all 12 signs, but I'm going to do them randomly. So I'm full disclosure, I actually don't like doing the signs randomly. I like to start with Aries through to Pisces, but I'm pushing aside my own ego and my own wants and needs for the collective because this is a new moon in Aries about the I am, and the opposite is Libra about the we, and the middle ground is about a bit of both, right? So, like I said, I don't really like that. You'll see I don't like it. And actually, I'm just going to pick it now. So after I finish this collective, what house? I've picked out the houses because like I done last month, if you hadn't noticed, I put Aries slash first house, Taurus slash second house, because that's how I interpret this. It's hard to explain, but that's how I look at astrology. I can't separate it, and I've never really seen anybody else do it that way because I don't like to be the same as anyone else. So, um, what? Since when? When did you of our membership? I'm confused. Like, wait right, I'm confused. Sorry, I just need to check something because sorry about that because this really doesn't tell me when new people join. It doesn't tell me. It's very annoying. Um, I'm just looking to see. This happened the other day when it was the other week when two new people. Oh yeah, right enough. Sorry, I believed you, but I was like, but it doesn't tell me. It still doesn't tell me. It just says that there's more members, but it. Well, hello, welcome Nathan and Nathan's twin flame. But I'm a week or two ago. Oh my God. Well, sorry on the late welcome. Talk about Mercury retrogrades. Right, okay. Well, I'll go in there like I said, I'll be going in there either tonight or tomorrow. God, thank God you told me that. Sorry, that isn't my fault though. They don't, in my defense, they don't tell me. But anyway, I've not been doing you'll have noticed I've not been doing a lot over the whole week. Well, actually, I have, haven't I? I've put in the pick of cards, but I haven't been in for a live yet. But that's what I plan to do. Right. Okay. Well, thank you. Welcome to the tube. Welcome back to you and welcome to Margaret. That is lovely. Right. Okay. So, what have we got here? What house am I going to do after this? Oh, eighth house endings and beginnings. That makes perfect. I remember that. I remembered that her name was Margaret. I don't forget things like that. So yes, the basically this is very in line with this wasn't meant to go in the collective, but I guess they're wanting me to do that. So I'm going to leave this out. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to write it down because I won't remember. Eighth house, and then I'll put it back in because I'm going to use these cards, you see. So we're going to start with Scorpio, my favorite sign. We're going to start with Scorpio. So we're going to start with the eighth house in Scorpio, but that'll be after I finish this. I'm going to put the timer on again because I've spoke for a while. Again, when I try to stick to the timing of what I want, it doesn't always work out. A little bit like life, guys. Divine timing. But it's just because it's just so that I can actually. Sometimes I don't want to stop and eat, and I just want to keep going. But I did. I had a wee plan. I'm going to stop about five-ish for a couple hours, and then if I feel like it, if the Aries moon kicks in about 8 o'clock UK time, I'll get back to it. But if I don't pop up after 8 o'clock UK time, I'm resting. I'll get back to it tomorrow. I just didn't want to do it on a Saturday, but at least that way I'll only have to do five. So if I start about this time again, I can be finished by tea time. Don't like work on a weekend, but right, okay. So it's 222, so it feels like it's go go go. So what have we got for this collective message? Now, I've quickly wrote my own wee spread, which is very similar to my twin flame therapies. Oh, and sorry, I wanted to do Nathan's cards first. So, um, right. So, also before I do the collective, this, if in case I put it back, believe in the impossible blue moon. So, I'm gonna pause for the thumbnail. That came out. So I shuffled and said, what do I need to know before I start this collective? And that came out. So we'll see if it comes out again. But that is very in line with Neptune at the end of, that was a bit of a cheesy gun. Neptune at the end of the magical Pisces. Again, can make people very sleepy, dreamy, spacey, confused, confusion, illusion. But it is about all about miracles and prayer and surrendering and stuff. So, and actually, like I said, it's in my fifth house, so I've actually got quite a bit of energy. So, opposed to when it's in my fourth house for the start Pisces. So, and when I'm talking about my own chart, it's just because it's quite good for teaching how it can change, my energy when you're watching me. You can see the shift in me when you can, and then it's to encourage you to sort of check them yourself or book a session and I can show you. Um, right, so. Hang on, I just want to check something. What else did I do? Sorry, Nathan, I'm not forgetting I'm going to do it, but I'm just going to post this. Oh, Nathan, did you just donate? Why have you donated when you've joined the membership? I mean, thank you very much, but why have you just donated when you've joined the membership? That is, um, yeah, that is very kind. Thank you. Um, right, so. Right, so I've put in the overall booking link. So remember, if you are brand new or if you're not new and you haven't had a session before, like, so basically you've got to have never had a Zoom with me before, then you can use the newbie option. But that's the overall link, right? And then the other one is the channel membership, which currently we've got the first level, which most people are on. Hello, Lexi, how are you doing? And we've got the second level, which so Nathan, are you and Margaret both on that second level then? Is that what you said? Um, like I said, just as well you told me, because that is the main part of the second membership is to do the people's cards on the new moon. Just listen, so family got my back. I never forget. I've never forgot yet, but it was a bit touch and go there. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Basically, I wouldn't have forgot. I just would have done it on Tuesday. That's what it would have been. But the new moon is tomorrow. Because I don't really like doing things in a dark moon either. But they just told me do it now, so um, I think that's it. Um, Oh, right, that's good. Yeah, no, but that's where most people are there. Oh, thank you very much, Lexi. It's the Sleep Brothers again. Um, So I don't suit t-shirts, and I don't suit white very well. Well, I don't know. Sometimes people have said I do. I don't suit t-shirts though, but I just wanted it for the something amazing is about to happen, and that because that is very magical, mystical. That is very Neptune last degrees Pisces, and it's Pisces moon right now. It's a Pisces dark moon before the new moon. Um, what else was I going to say? I think that's it. So let's just do Nathan's cards before I get distracted. And like I said, if I'm on a roll, I'll just see I've got a lot of energy. So if anybody else actually wants a wee card here and there, just make a wee donation and then I'll pull you a card at least at some point. But like I said, Nathan's in the second level of membership, so they get their cards in there. So priorities. So let's see, what will we go with? Would you like a Divine Masters card, Nathan? I feel guided to the Divine Masters, and then I'll read that from the book, and then I'll just do whatever else. So I feel I want to put a wee timer just so that I'm not doing this all day kind of thing. Um, so bear in mind, everyone, everything happens for a reason. That's a very Pisces moon thing to say. Everything does happen for a reason. So although I'm going to be doing Nathan's card for the next sort of 10 minutes, this could and very likely will make sense to others as well. So what does Nathan need to know right now? My nose is already really itchy, so I know that's the loved ones in spirit coming in strong, coming in hot. That's a very Aries moon coming in hot. So what have we got for what would be the most helpful for Nathan to hear right now? Whether it is for something to process about the past or something present or something in the future to hold on to. Because talking of future, did you see that I sang Skyfall? And unfortunately, there's been that earthquake, and with the building being the biggest thing falling from the sky. I was like, creepy, but yeah. So that's why I'm having another channel where I'm going to be talking to not just twin flames, and I won't be telling people on here. So if you find me, you find me, because I keep doing world prediction. I feel like I'm doing that. I've always done it, but I can just tell they want me to. Look at this. Look at all the chat about miracles. Guru Ram Das. Miraculous moment. Harmony surrounds you. Expect miracles. We love it, right? So we're going to read that one. And I opened the book. It's a miracle. And I opened the book up at the page. See, that's because they want me to quickly get on the collective, so they're helping me. Oh, what? Lexi, people, are you trying to make me cry? Why are you throwing all this abundance at me? Thank you, though. Thank you. You are amazing too. That's really thanks, guys. I'm like a bit. I don't know what to say. Thank you. Just thank you. Um, Harmony surrounds you. Expect miracles. Guru Ram Das was the fourth guru of the Sikhs, serving the 1574 until 1581. Born as Jetha, don't know if I'm saying that right, in Lahore, he was orphaned at 7 and raised by his eternal grandmother. When he was 12, they moved to the city of Godinval, where they met Guru Amar Das. Feeling a deep calling from within, Jetha took him as his mentor and teacher and later married his daughter. Instead of choosing one of his own sons as successor, Guru Amar Das chose Jetha and renamed him Ram Das, servant of God. Nathan, holy, holy bejewelry, I've just made a word. Nathan, please remind us again. I'm freaked out. Does your name not mean like literally servant of God or something like that? It's something so scarily similar to that, isn't it? If it isn't actually that. Because obviously it's your name, so you're going to remember more than me, but that all I remember is that it is something like that. Because I remember channeling it and then I checked it, but while I was checking it, I remember you saying, no, that is right. I was like, whoa, that's weird. It's not me, guys. I'm just passing on the message. Guru Ramdas was the founder of the holy city of Amritsar, sacred to the Sikhs. Even though there was a lot of unrest at the time, through selfless service and conviction, he and his devotees were able to pacify, restore this holy land, and thus his energy helped make them possible. Gift of God, yeah, pretty close, pretty close. Servant of God, gift of God, love it. Um, the fifth to the 10th Sikh gurus were all direct descendants of Guru Ram Das, right? So this is who's guiding you at this time. The blessings of Guru Ram Das are with you now. Even if the odds are stacked against you, you're being guided to expect miracles. And that's what I'm constantly always saying everywhere in public and in the membership, especially in the membership, that you get that wee bit more pizzazz to it when, because again, like I said, cross my heart, open to die. I wake up and pray every single day and use her in my prayers, both those of you that aren't in the membership and obviously those of you in the membership. And then we amp it up a little bit when I spontaneously they get me to go on live streams, and it's nice to connect and do this in a more private way. So if you feel that there are, and there's also over 55 videos, some of them were early release, so some of them will already be in public, and some of them are exclusive, they won't be going in public because it's like more shady sort of karmic stuff. If you feel that there are energies, people, or situations, look at what I just said, the timing, look at this. If you feel that there are energies, people, or situations trying to stop you from being yourself or from living the life you feel called to live, know that by staying connected to God, you will prevail. Amen to that. I don't normally say amen, but that's what I'm saying. Don't allow anyone or anything to stand between you and your dreams. That is such a new moon in Aries thing. By staying committed to your vision, you allow what may seem impossible to become reality. The Divine Masters want you to know that all things are possible and that you are worthy of light, healing, abundance, and support. If you feel that the miracle you need is too huge to achieve, then you must know that you're only limited by your mind. Don't measure what seems impossible. Just trust and let miracles become your reality. Boom, drop the book. Love it. What's on the back? Shiva. Powerful divine masculine energy as well. Karma release. The end of a cycle. Debts are paid. Choose your destiny. These two cards are Nathan's, but they're everyone's because that is the energy. In the last 29 degrees of Neptune, which, like I said, I've worked out by 8 o'clock tonight. Might be a bit before it, but I've just saw by 8 o'clock UK time. So a few hours from now. Um, it's the Moon, Neptune, and Venus are all 29 degrees. So again, miracles, miraculous, very romantic, very dreamy. Everything can feel very surreal, like we're an avatar, like I've been saying. But it's also extreme hoodwinking energy. So just be very, very, very discerning. Okay, slow down. We're in the retrograde still, Venus retrograde and Mercury retrograde. Slow down. So what does Mother Mary want to say as well to Nathan? Sorry, not Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, emerging from the shadow. But oh, do I need to get them too? Reveal what is hidden. So yeah, oh my God, this is such collective energy too. So thank you for asking, thank you for showing up, David, because this was needed. This is, I'm sure that is a picture on the front of the deck, which always feels really important when that card comes out as well. But what is hidden is being revealed. So the hidden feelings of people are being revealed. The hidden truth in the world is being revealed. Your hidden enemies are being revealed, Nathan. All of it is being revealed. This last degrees of the Pisces is revealing all strong, strong energies. And because I said that, let's get some of these. I don't want to use too heavy karmic cards this time round doing the new moon, but I have got them to hand, right? They're nearby. If they strongly guide me to it, I will. So this is a bit of both. So what else does Nathan need to know? Interesting, because that, like, look at this. I like to see it upside down though. We've got up from the depth, release and difficulty. So Nathan, I feel a period of difficulty is behind you, and merely the fact that you've come on saying that you've joined the second level of membership and that your twin flames joined. And I didn't even know. Again, I didn't listen. In my defense, Nathan's in and out of there. So, but I'm glad he's back. But it's like I didn't. I'm sorry, Margaret, that I didn't notice you were there. But that did happen the other week. There, two people joined at the same time, and I just happened. I don't know. I just happened to notice. YouTube need to fix that out. It's really annoying. It doesn't matter too much for our membership because it is all very spontaneous anyway. I set it up that way so that I could actually maintain it. But yeah, on the what what is going on? Did you see the balloons? So again, either that is we've all got some kind of celebration coming, or there could be some kind of birthday coming, or Nathan, that is a personal celebration that you've got. But again, it does really feel like the celebration is that you're releasing the difficulty. You're because it says up from the depths, and like I said, that feels like a massive shift. And yeah, look, it really feels like you're maintaining that balance a bit better. Centered energy, self care. So love it. Right. Where do I want to go now? Let's use these. I'm trying not to muck up the order because I'm using these in the collective. What else? Honesty. Relationships need trust. Yeah. So again, I don't know what's changed, and again, you could tell me about, but I feel that this is what you, Margaret, are establishing now. This, honest, truthful communication, trusting each other more, or that's what you're working towards, but you must be doing something right. And yes, so we've got yeah, coming out of denial. It's basically everything I just said, coming out of denial. See the truth in the situation. So again, I feel wherever you might have, I don't know, it feels like maybe not being honest about different things that you're both worried about to protect one another. You're kind of cutting that out and working together as a team. Love it. And it feels like you always have done anyway. But I don't know, it just feels like things are maybe a bit smoother. So what else have we got here? Yeah, you've went through a transformation. The end of the old ways, beliefs, or situations occur so you can flow, align, and expand into greater awareness. It's just different decks. Yeah, and that doesn't happen a lot, by the way. Those balloons don't show up a lot because it's the thumbs, the balloons. What else? There's fireworks. And again, it's like I know that it is a logical thing that that goes on Zoom and I think it's TikTok and stuff too. But my guides, it doesn't because like when I go like that, it doesn't do it when I ask it to do it. It's like it happens. My guides seem to use it like for in a mystical way. Yeah, look, and they're like we said what we said. You're going through a huge transformation. I love it, and um. Nature Gaia. And so Monday's significant. So there's a timer. Monday's significant because we've got the 31st in here, but there's a huge eye. So again, that to me is always symbolic of like monitoring spirits, people keeping an eye on what you're doing. We know that there is always people people keeping an eye on what we're doing out there if you resonate with the 144. Respect the beauty of your body as you respect Mother Earth. Remain connected to nature. You are being protected. Yeah. So again, you're being protected from negative energies at this time. And like I said, you know, when people do actually decide to join the membership, you are protected by my prayers every day, if that means anything to you. Of course, you can pray for yourself as well, but it does always help. I've got people that pray for me too. It's a clever thing to do. So we've got the wolf medicine there too. And although that is one of my powered animals, that is actually one of your powered animals as well, Nathan, isn't it? So chaste. What are you running away from? What is making you feel overwhelmed? What are you afraid or unwilling to face? Oh, so that'll be for you to know and us to wonder, but that came out. And then we've got magic. Shift your focus to a positive view. We're all interconnected, linked by magic. Fred, 29 degrees Pisces coming in again. Believe in yourself. You have magic in you. Yes, you do. Love it. Right, I will stop there. So I hope you enjoyed your messages there. I don't know why I am talking like a robot. I'm talking like a newsreader. I've went into that very formal way. So, Lexi, would you like me to do your cards right now as well, or do you want me to do well, I'm assuming you would want me to do them now. Um so let me just see. Did I don't let that Chiron and Scorpio pull you in. That's funny. Especially because we're in all this Pisces. It's like I said, I don't know why I'm so chipper, but I am, so we won't judge it. Um, it's okay, let it out. I've cried twice already. Exactly. Look at that. I'm proud of you, Lexi. Yeah, definitely. Like this is very emotional energy, so let it out. There's a beautiful surprise you'll be gobsmacked to hear, but I can only share it on the membership. Like, oh, the mystery there. Lovely. Or email me. I look forward to whatever that is. I believe I come from the Magdalena and the Christ bloodline or their spiritual legacy. Yes, absolutely. I feel a lot of us feel very connected to that. Myself included. I just saw, yeah, yeah. It speaks of shadow work I'm doing, Claire. The wolf spirit sees you. Good, good. Right, okay, right. So Lexi, let's see what we've got. Um, so wait a minute. I'm just this always happens, right? When I do the collective one, I mean to do it for like 30 minutes. I'm here for like 2 hours. It doesn't matter. Like I said, I maybe wasn't even going to do the size today anyway. I meant to do them tomorrow, but it felt like time. Right, okay. I want to use these crow medicine cards because I wanted these for ages, and then one of our lovely divine masculine males out there got me this, and yes, I felt guided to, and I feel like Lexi, I feel like you like these cards too. So what have we got for Lexi? And this can make sense to anyone else, like what I've been saying. Sacred Space, 43. Love it. Right, I'm going to read this one from the book, right? But I already can tell with the picture. Look how it's got the two crows. So I feel this is you and your beautiful wee family, and we're gonna Moxon can be the egg. There's a few eggs in the basket, but Moxon can be the children in the basket. But yeah, I feel that this is you and Kurt like protecting your nest, like nesting as well. So let's see. So. Um, Let me see here. So we've got Sacred Space, 43. But maybe your sacred space is your nest, your home, or maybe it's the beach or your favourite path in the woods. Sacred space may also point to an inner place, a belief you hold dear. It is a place that brings comfort and nurtures your development. This is your sanctuary. When you receive this card, it is a call to rejuvenate your spirit. Again, see what I mean by this is if you're new around here, everyone knows this. This is individual messages, but this is absolutely what everyone needs to hear. Like, ignore the fact that I'm like a fucking hyper kid right now. I'm basically, oh, that's what it is. I always future project myself. Like, I don't mean to, but it's like a timeline jump a month ahead, a week ahead, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm basically, in this case, I'm like a couple of days ahead. I'm in the new moon in Aries energy here. Um, but most people, if you're still in this Pisces until later on tonight, you could be dragging your ass a little bit and quite tired or emotional. So, that was actually me until an hour ago, believe it or not. I've still got my jammy bottoms on the bottom half. I just keep them on because I'm like, what's the point in like, you know, totally getting all done up? I'm going to be sitting here for ages. It is time to connect with the healing energy of your sacred space. Make time to connect with the space as it will help you center your energy and recharge your spirit. So basically, Lexi, if there is anywhere in particular that, whether that is just simply going into your own sacred space and meditation, or if there is a place in nature that you can go to. I'm even thinking that might just be like you zenning out in your shop, to be honest. Like you can tell us, but it's like just make sure you take even just 5 or 10 minutes today to just ground and center yourself. Because like I said, this is really, really psychic energy right now. Very, very powerful energy. And I've already been tuning into that for you personally anyway. Um, Right, so on the bottom of the deck, we do have this exposed card. So I am going to read that too. And then we've got fear behind it. So I'm just going to see what this is all about. Alone and unprotected, the fledgling is vulnerable to attack. Exposed may indicate you're being thrust into the spotlight and potentially not in a good way, depending on the circumstances, right? Well, we fucking hope not, but let's just hold it for. As a result, you may feel helpless and fear possible criticism. Exposed may also point to an open and free opportunity for the taking, as there will not be much in the way of opposition. Exposed speaks to the feelings that surface as a result of feeling vulnerable. Are you comfortable putting yourself out there? Does facing criticism cause you to freeze up? What opportunities have you possibly missed because of fear of being seen? Right, I feel I feel this is just picking up on things I said to you the last time we spoke. If you think about it, I can really see I think this is about things for the future. Exposed may also present itself as a call to examine your situation more carefully as a piece of valuable information is becoming clearer. And again, a lot of cloudy vision is becoming crystal clear. That's the aim of the game around here. Something or someone may expose their flaws or weaknesses, and this may prove to be beneficial information for the future. And then look what I just said about the future. So that's really interesting because, like I said, those cards they're not directly in front of me. They're kind of like at the bottom there, but I just felt it. I've picked up the electric by accident, but there's no accidents around here. Creative expression, the electric. Oh, funny, funny, funny. Right, so there's electric energy in the air, Lexi, and you have got an Aquarius rising, which is all about electricity. Look what's just happened. I just picked up those light. Look at me. I'm using all the shadowy cards for you, Lexi. I just picked up the light and shadow. Yeah, look, fear again, fear and anxiety. There's a lot of fear arising in you. If it's not arising in you right now, it's just a warning for what might arise over this new moon. Oh, and I've just realised this is your new moon because you are moon in Aries. So yeah, this is your new moon. So this is a big time. But what was in the middle of it was the Six of Pentacles. So I feel this is about you attracting situations or the situations that are already in your life. like bringing about more balance, like none of this kind of you over giving and not getting the same back. Like it's like your guides are wanting to make sure there's people around you that value you as much, like value you as much as you value them, and just that it's reciprocal. So in all places, because I'm not even using that deck, but I need to find them. 'Cause I love how tiny they are. Right, what have we got? So just keep that in mind. There's two cards mentioning fear. What else have we got for Lexi? This feels very much Divine Masculine Collective as a whole. Like not given, over given, or just not given at all in some cases to people that are energy vampires. Peter and I, they're like, we said what we said. We said what we said. Anxiety came out again. Yeah, so again, there could be some kind of fear around that. Um, but I feel it's just like the changes. It's just it feels like some of this is what you've already been moving through, and some of this is what you're yet to go through. And it's just about to keep reinforcing those boundaries and keep moving forward because you know that this is actually where you're meant to be. And anybody that doesn't like the changes, they're just going to have to roll the punches. You're changing, you're ascending, and you're not going to slow yourself down for anyone. Boom, drop the mic, love it. Thank you for passing on that message to my Aries sister. Um, self-love, self-love, self-loathing. Yeah, and that's really powerful. That's what you're moving out of. Like, okay, the wording's really strong, but I feel that that is relevant and I feel you'll connect with that, as will many more. So again, thank you, Nathan, for coming on and asking, and thank you, Lexi, and thank you for your donations because this is for a lot of people. Many divine masculine collective, male and female, are moving out of, in some cases, self-loathing, self-hatred, or just not putting yourself first, not treating yourself very right because you want to, make sure that other people are like doing good. But this is about self-love. And Aries energy can often get very misunderstood. Trust me, I know at the highest degrees of it. Aries at the shadow side of it can be about like selfish and always putting yourself first and not thinking of others. But Aries at the highest expression is when you pour that love into yourself and you make sure you're recharged, like I've just done for the last few days, you've got all this surplus of energy to help other people. For people that do similar things to me, or if you work with the public, like Lexi tattoos people and stuff, like you know what I mean? If you're fucking tired and cranky and you're just trying to overgive all the time so that people like you, you're going to make mistakes. You're not going to be at your best. But when you rest, not only does abundant. Oh, look, this is crazy. If you look at the shorts, I said that in the shorts. I said something about for today, because it's not me, they said it through me, that when you take a bit of time off, you'll often find that that opens up the avenue for abundance and then people donate. And you've done very generous donations there too. So they're just showing you it's real. But yeah, I feel this is your guides and power animals, love and spirit. Really, really proud of the self-love that you've come into. And again, like I said, just keep protecting it because people can try to pull us out of that energy. And it's because, like I said, unfortunately, the majority of the collective is just not there. So keep it moving. Love it. Right. What else? Oh, he's leapt out, didn't he? Wow, look how exciting I done the message. Excitement. Look forward to exciting times. Faith. Have faith that all things are possible. Love it. I'm here for the messages today. Does anybody else want to come on and get a message? Because these are I'll fucking do myself one now. I'll move into the collective if nobody else is wanting one. But yeah, love it. So keep having faith, stay in that exciting energy, and guess what it brings in? Look what I just said. That wasn't just about me. It brings in more abundance. Be open to receive abundance. When you protect and keep your energy high, that is what comes in, abundance. And it's not just money, it's happy things. But I know that Lexi would be interested in the money part too. As this the alarm has not yet went off. It's about in 40 seconds. So what have we got from these water cards? Oh my God. I'm so glad I done that. This is when I opened these cards when I got them yesterday, the day before. This is the first one that came out for me, and the exact same cards just come out for you. And Lexi was my daughter in the past life. Just if you've been in groups and that, well, so it's just you would know, you would just know. I'd like to say we look like each other too, but she's way hotter. But I'm healer, seer, priest. Actually, you can go and see in the playlist. You can go see yourself. Healer, seer, priestess, X, soul purpose. Yeah, love it. Love it. That was a powerful message. What really matters, reflect, reprioritize is on the back. Right, love it. Okay, there you go. Let me read all this now. So, um, I just manifested $800 to $900 to help out my twin flip. Oh my God, I know I haven't been a member for a while, but your prayers really helped, Claire. You're very welcome. And I prayed for you when you weren't even there, Nathan. Because again, I can feel the energy. I felt you'd be back. So, um, as you're saying that, I'm saging and burning strawberry incense. Oh, lovely. Does it smell nice? Sometimes that can be a bit of a hit or a miss with strawberry stuff. Like, I do love strawberry stuff, but sometimes it's like when it's like I love strawberry stuff when it's soap and that, but sometimes that. I wonder what that would be like. I had a random thought that has been bothering me, and then I had to calm myself and say, thank you for showing me what is ready for healing, and then trying to release it and telling myself, I'm okay, very proud of you. That sounds amazing. Yes, I randomly was feeling an anxiety attack coming on right as I saw you go live, and I'm like, whoa, why are all these thoughts rushing in? Well, it's because of that message, because that message was powerful. But you see, that message is powerful, but it's also very honest, right? And also, it matters that this is your new moon. So take note, anybody that is an Aries moon, I wouldn't be surprised if that message really scarily hit for you as well. But remember, you don't need to be an Aries new moon. It could hit, we've all got a first house. And guess what? The first house, the Aries energy, it's your ego. And like I know I've been saying this for years, I always say the same thing, but I'm about to say it again. Aries is ego, like I just said, but everyone's got an ego. You would be boring as fuck. Nobody would watch this. Well, actually, sometimes it is like tumbleweeds. But again, like I said, a lot of that is a confusion and illusion. And anyway, it's, people wouldn't tune in. If I was boring, people wouldn't like people tune in. But, and actually, with our audience, a lot of people do tune in for the entertainment of it, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But it's like it's your personality, it's like it's your bit of sass, it's your bit of energy. And like, I think we can all think of all the different topics that you like learning about, whatever different topics you like learning about. I know things I like learning about. It is a bit of a sad fact that there's some people that are just like not as entertaining or not as like I'm trying to say in a polite way and I can't. It's Aries. Yeah, like I just find some people dull and boring. And like they might know a lot about it, but I can't keep wanting just like it's boring. Like I need to have somebody with a similar kind of frequency to like actually stay watching, you know what I mean? Like sorry that and it doesn't mean that I watch people that are nothing like me. Like I watch some people that are like the actual opposite moon sign of me or the opposite sun sign or whatever. But usually it's some kind of grounded. But you know what I'm saying? It's like Aries it's your personality, so own it. If you've got a kind of out there personality, own it. If you've got a bit of both, own it. If you're more sort of prim and proper and you're not like, you're minding your P's and Q's, that is you. If as long as you're being yourself, right? Like that's the point. Like don't try to be like somebody else because with all this Pisces, that's copying. But right, love it. Right, okay. So um, I'm like, where are we going now? Let's do the collective energy. So I'm just going to burn a bit of sage. So, oh God, I've lost track of all time. Yeah, I'm only going to be able to get through a few of the signs, but it's fine. I might not, but right. Thank you for those beautiful personal messages. Thank you to the people's guides and my guides. And right, let's just put that down there. Oh yeah, sorry, that's why I started saying that. But your message, Lexi, because I feel that was for lots of other people too, as well as Nathan's. It came with a little bit of like shadowy, darker stuff too, because that's realistically what you've got to work through to actually be able to push against like the people that are coming against you. You know what I mean? Or jealousy and stuff like that, because you do. And with all that strong areas that you've got, like myself yeah, when the more you step into like self-love and confidence, you just see how many other people are projecting at you their own insecurities, their own fears, their own lack of courage. So you got to be strong. And I know I've equipped you for that. So boom, drop the mic, love it. Right, I do feel a little shuffle. This is for everyone, but I think this might still be for Lexi. You're guys, freaking myself out. Look at what I was talking about. Frequency, vibration, blah, blah, blah. Your vibration is rising. Yours, Lexi, and all the divine masculine, because actually Lexi's always showed up as divine masculine, but now she's really a lot of it showing a lot of the feminine energy. So it's like, again, this is what happens when I work with people quite a lot. I shift people into their feminine. So Lexi's shown up actually very balanced now. So good job, 10 points to you. Your vibration is rising. This is a time of great spiritual growth for you. You're evolving to occupy a higher energetic frequency. Guys, I can't. That's actually really freaked me out. I know I'm just the messenger, but that's pretty freaky because that's exactly what I was feeling and saying before that came out. So, but that's all of us. So now that brings me nicely into the collective. So for the collective, so that like I said, this is a collective energy. So the way I've been guided to do this one is this is the twin flame collective, meaning this can make sense for any wave of twin flames, and we'll be able to gauge it as I go, whether this is one that's close to union or even in physical union, or not. But also this could actually make sense to people that aren't twin flames, right? Because that's anything that I do, but it's just because I like what I'm saying. Like I am going to be having another channel that I'm going to stop saying that soon anyway, because I'm not going to tell people on here, and I won't even tell people in private. It's just if you find me, you find me. But it's just because I've always picked up on world messages and stuff, and there's just so many people that do need more help. So I don't know how much I'll be able to dedicate to that, but but it's been on the back burner for ages. So yeah, so it's just yeah, anyway, let's see. So what is a block for the Divine Feminine Collective that I'm picking up on, male or female? Too busy. Sorry, I'm just laughing. Look at what I'm doing. That's hilarious. I'm too busy. You use being busy as an excuse not to date. You must make time for a partner. Well, I fuck would if he was here. Anyway, moving on. It's not about me. But so yes, anyway, all jokes aside, but that is quite funny. Make sure that you're not overworking or too busy with your work to make time for love, like whether you're a twin flame or not. Right, so, and that's the masculine's feelings as well. So the divine masculine to go with that divine feminine collective, this is your block. I was just doing what I'm told to do. Oh my God, this is I'm sorry, this is definitely, I don't know what wave this is. Hard to get. Again. I have lost count of how many times this card out of all of these cards has come out for the masculine. You are missing opportunities, Divine Masculine, by playing too hard to get. Give someone a chance. Holy fucking shit. Yes, I feel I'd like to add that that's probably give the right people the chance rather than pouring all your energy into the users, the abusers, and in every area, not just love. Wow. And then we've got two attached. Give your partner some breathing room. Being too needy drives them away. So I feel these are the blocks, right? So although it's coming through in quite a humanist way, the masculine, this divine masculine collective I'm picking up on, and I have to say this actually does really feel like this is for the males. So I can't help it that that's coming through like that. Is take it how it resonates because not all divine masculines are male, as you just saw with me picking up on the energy. But this feels like the males that are in that kind of you've been programmed by society to like have people like women chasing you. If you're a guy, change it same sex, but like have women chasing you. And then like equally you've got some women that are in that energy too. Because like I say all the time, I say it in quite a funny way, but I'm not joking. Like I even had that thought yesterday when I was just walking about making a cup of tea and I was like, I'm actually fucking raging that like I chose this as a sole purpose sometimes. Because I'm like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's all wrong. Like, this is not the way it's meant to be. The guy is meant to be chasing the girl. The girl's no meant to be on YouTube for 3 years solid, declaring their undying love until he gets it. Do you know what I mean? It's all wrong. But anyway, at least I can see the funny side. Anyway, moving on. Right, so, I need to make jokes here and there. It's just how we get through things, guys. So, what would help? What would help? So, I've got quite a few cards here. So, let's see. So, what would help the divine feminine who are too busy? Too busy helping anchor the light codes for humanity. Too busy anchoring the new earth because somebody's got to do it. Too busy helping their twin flame. Sorry, guys, I need some wee hearts and laughing emojis. This is fucking banter. I'm like, why is all this coming out my mouth? That's hilarious. That is what would help. Well, what would help divine feminine is keep being too busy helping your twin flame. I'm joking. Keep being busy, like I say all the time. Keep being busy on your sole purpose and your focus, but never stop being busy praying for your twin flame because it is helping them, and we'll see how it's helping them. You may have met or be about to meet your twin flame. Wait a minute, that's got to be the thumbnail, hasn't it? And then I think, did I put that one back? Yeah, look, let's believe in believe in the impossible, and I'm wearing something amazing is about to happen. Wait a minute. Oh, this is so slow. Yeah, that's a good thumbnail. Right, okay, so that's what would help, right? Focus on you, because you're a twin flame if you're watching this, unless you aren't. A song's going off. Forever, Lewis Capaldi. Lewis Liam's on the go again. I don't know what that is. Is this new? Forever? It's not even in my like songs. I can't stand when that happens, but it's kind of, what's the words? Caught me off guard. I wish I'd been sober. Still here. We're back in Hanover 99. That's a bar in Edinburgh. Just like the old times all over. Under exit lights, as beautiful as ever. I really wish that I'd dressed up a little better. No regret is what we said. We can't go back again. Hey, I did, that's so funny. I used to go to that bar. It was always a hit or miss in there. Anyway, sorry. Just that's nostalgia. That's Mercury retrograde. Um Yeah, so that's what I'm taking at. What would help you is it's something about you focused on your own purpose as a twin flame, but also praying for your twin flame. And now we're going to shuffle this. Give me one about just for the divine feminine. What do you need to release? And again, I feel it's this weird message coming through about release, like feeling like you have to do the work for your twin flame. You don't. And if you keep trying to do that, you'll keep delaying it. Divine timing as well, though. So release everything but praying for your twin flame is what I would say. Focus on your own calling. And now for the masculine, what would help the masculine? Guide guidance, and that's what I'm doing. This is hilarious. This is hilarious. Sorry, I'm here. Who is working? Who is working through me today? This is hilarious. So, masculine needs guidance. Welcome, masculines, if you've joined us. So, you are being encouraged to ask your angels for guidance on your current situation. Bear in mind, that could be what's coming out my mouth right now, right? And bear in mind as well, I always call in the guides, angels, ancestors, loved ones, and spirits. So look out for your loved ones and spirits speaking through me right now, or your, whoever your guides. So love yourself and feel the love within your heart. Again, Aries new moon. So that is the guidance for the masculine, is to love yourself and feel the love within your heart. That is, your heart is awakening. You're starting to notice things that you're starting to notice things that you weren't noticing before. So this could be about yourself, or this could be about your twin flame too, because the feminine is the masculine's feminine side too. So I know it gets confusing, but if you're keeping up, what does the masculine need for healing their emotions? Their twin flame, because the card actually says twin flame. So what else does the masculine need? I'm done. Believe in the impossible. The masculine needs to push aside and see how that kind of ties in with what I said to Nathan and Lexi. The masculine, you need to push aside your limiting beliefs and anything that's like, oh, this is impossible. The word impossible has I'm possible in it. That's not mine. It's a thing. I think it's Coco Chanel or something, I don't know. But it's, yeah, you need to believe in the impossible. We are in the most magical frequency right now, where like everything twin flame, galactic energy, like you're morphing into a new human. This is way spaced out energy, like, so if you feel like you're in the Matrix or the Avatar right now in the most mystical, magical way, you've crossed over from the dark side of the fear and the doom and the gloom. Because that's really why they want me on here giving that message of something amazing's about to happen too. Because if you're in this little tiny little collective that gets fuck all views, again, we get more views than what it says, but if we go by our eyes, we get fuck all views around here. But I'm glad that you do. If you do watch the video all the way through, and if you do like it, which aren't many people, it would help if people did like it, unless they're lying about that. Sorry, but if they're not lying, hardly anyone likes the videos. Um, all of that helps. And again, I feel they are telling me now it's time to just have the comments on. As long as you can be patient with me about I don't always get back right away. And it's not because we've got loads, it's because I get overwhelmed, unless something's going to change around here. But right, what is the guidance for the feminine? I might read it. I'll just see. I might read from the book because I just got these. I don't study the books, but it's just because I'd be interested to see what it says myself. With divine feminine, what would help? What would help you with focusing on your own twin flame purpose? Cut out the twin flame part if you're not a twin flame. But okay, see what I mean? That's why I'm just going to do another channel because it's too confusing for me. This is streamlined to twin flames. Um, what would help the divine feminines and the masculine's feminine side? Gentle force, consistency, persistence, patience, the long game. They're having a laugh, isn't it? What would help the divine feminine with their own twin flame Colin and their twin flame? Playing the long game and having patience and persistence and consistency. Fuck me, honestly, I'm just like, they're taking the absolute fucking piss today. Right, let's see. Let's read this. Gentle force. Oh. 86. So 86 could be relevant. You could be born in 1986. If you are 86 and you're watching this, I'm very impressed. It's not impossible. I have got older viewers. Consistency, persistence, patience, the long game. Over time, a single drop of water has the power to shape even the hardest, most solid materials, from stone and rock to cliffs and mountains. In fact, water is responsible for crafting most of the stunning landscapes of this world. We can learn a lot from water in this regard, how consistent action, day after day, month after month, like what I've been doing, like what you've been doing if you're a divine feminine, like what I'm sure other divine masculines have been doing as well, year after year, decade after decade. That one particularly applies to me because I've been doing this for a decade in public. Brave. Just witnessing that myself and witnessing in anyone else that's been doing this a long time can create steady, lasting change. Oh my God, Lexi! Oh God, this is just another. Now this is really funny, guys. I got Lexi a hagstone years ago, right? And I'm shite at sending things in the mail and stuff. I've honestly got like little parcels of stuff for people, and some people that have fucking the bloody like left my, they're not on the scene anymore. But look what this says. But anyway, the point is, I was like, I really want to try and send that to you because it's time. A hagstone is a stone with a naturally occurring hole through it caused by water erosion. For the Celtic people, they were good omens and were thought to offer protection. So many people give up before they begin to see results. Lex, are you still here? She might have actually went back to work. So many people give up before they begin to see results. Yeah, exactly. And I'm not being funny, but I feel that's actually specific for YouTube people. So many people give up on here in particular and other platforms. So it's like, when you can actually stay the distance when there's shadow banning and you've got evil eye and you've got jealous fucks, then it's we do deserve a pat on the back. That is for everyone in that, whether you're just at the start of it or you're thinking about it or whatever, because I've actually had loads of synchronicities that would resonate. Like literally, yeah. Like that Sunday must be in that kind of zone, or if you're like feeling like you want to be doing something, like sharing about anything that you want to be sharing about, because that is the times we live in. Because I was watching it like a YouTube video about YouTube before it came on, so that's my sign. Um, so many give up before they begin to see results, but deep-rooted change takes time. The most magnificent creations require committed crafting, which is why I am good at helping people in business, particularly if your business is similar to mine. Doesn't need to be similar to mine, though. I have to keep stressing that. I help people in all different fields, things I've got no fucking clue about, but I'm really tapped in, so I can just ask them. Do you know what I'm saying? We all have passions, but what most people don't do is commit to these things and master them. Which is why in my info bit it says Twin Flame Master Teacher, because I have committed for a long ass time to master everything in the realm of this. And I'm not just talking about this life, but I'm talking about my past life. We're all beginners of something. The great masters, magicians, and artists of history were too. Commit to your passions, throw yourself into what you most long to create. Or I feel because I'm speaking to a lot of divine feminines, this is what you've already done. But some of you are just starting it, so you'll know what one it is, or you're in the middle. Commit to showing up day after day. Small steps take consistently make a world of difference. If you commit to your creations with grounded daily action in a week or a decade from now, a decade in my case, bad luck if you're like me, but you'll be blown away by what you've created. There's no rush. Consistency is key. Be like the drop of water in the hagstone. Play the long game, which is absolutely what I played. Don't burn, still playing it. Don't burn out before you really begin. Be patient and keep showing up. How can you show up with more consistency to what you're longing to create? And that's for the masculine feminine side too. So if you are being showing up day after day for yourself, doing your healing, like then keep at it and it will be worth it. One day you're going to be so proud of yourself that you got away from people that hold you back, that you got off certain addictions. Addictions are very strong right now. So if you do have a drug or alcohol addiction or sex or rock and roll or any other things, chocolate, food, blah, 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 anything, YouTube, social media, you know what I mean? Any addiction, this is rife for it. But particularly, I'm going to home in on drug and alcohol, like because Pisces, Pisces is that, and Neptune rules Pisces. It's the highest degree. This is a very dangerous weekend for drinking, drugs, being around toxic people, energy vampires, because there are the shadow side to Pisces is bloody boundaries. There is no boundaries, which is why it's interesting. That's worrying though. They're flashing up that scene in the Jesus. Oh Christ, what was it? Oh, that's funny. I said Christ. Sorry. Again, I'm a weird mix of I do say God and Christ quite a lot. I'm not, but also see what I mean. I make up more rules because also you know what I mean. I channel God and I'm very connected to Jesus and Mary Magdalene and blah blah blah. But it's a scene in the Jesus Revolution. But I'm just laughing because I always get the name mixed. I think it's the Jesus Revolution, which is a beautiful film, very twin flamey, very Kingdom Spouse. You resonate with that term, but it's actually before they've kind of had their come to Jesus moment. They're all taking different kind of drugs and drinking at a party, and the girl's sister like overdoses, and you know she actually thinks she's dead, and then they help her and she spews, and but it's kind of like a bit of an eye opening moment. So I fucking hope to God nobody's had a moment like that recently, or just like you said, remember crystal clairvoyant is an omen. That unfortunately, like what I'm like, this is that is for the love of God. Like I'm praying for people, anybody that watches, or people that that how far removed that people are protected from stuff like this. But unfortunately, you're going to see stuff like this in the news. You just are because it's strong addiction energy right now. People will be drowning their sorrows and it's not wise. So yeah, definitely a good weekend to hermit, especially because when that moon goes into Aries tonight, that's like big, well, reset energy, new beginnings, but it's very warlike, very kind of masculine testosterone, which could be in a good healed way, but could also be in quite a shadowy way. People being very egotistical and like, I am the leader, and we want love and leadership in these times, and that's what divine masculines are. But you could see a lot of dictatorship and like government, and I don't really want to go into all that. It's all fucking clowns, whatever country it is. But anyway, so distraction. But yeah, it's strong energy. Right, for the masculine, for their healing. Oh, lovely. Thank you. That came up in the cards yesterday. Thank you. Gratitude, appreciating what's sustaining you. Ah, but you see, this was like what's for the masculine's healing. And I feel that that is the masculines giving their gratitude to to the feminine for praying and sending that healing and holding space for them. But also I feel like you're being told to be grateful to yourself if you're not already for doing the work. And yeah, if you and I'm saying that because one of the cards yesterday was like, thank you, I feel your light, I mean, something like that. And then on the back, we've got sweet relief, new beginnings, a new way forward. That's the Aries new moon energy. After the rainbow, and the rainbow to me always means hope. That's my favorite word. It's about, after the storm comes a rainbow. All these or after a hurricane comes a rainbow. Like Katy Perry. I don't know why I can't sing it right now. That's like one of my favorites. After a hurricane comes a rainbow. Oh, I can't remember the words right now. Let it rain. I just opened up. Is it right? Let's read that. I don't know if we really need to read this, but they're telling me I do. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then it'll be weird if the thank you card comes out of the Hot Man deck. Why can't I see it? This could be symbolic of like somebody hasn't thanked you. 138. Water is life. Wherever there's water, there's life. It's ultimate blah. I'm not reading all this shite again. Let's just get to the point here. To take simple things and the people closest to us for granted, assuming that they'll always be there. I skipped to the right bit. This is from the masculine. Sometimes it takes a threat of going without something for us to realise it's even there. So this is about the masculine's healing is I feel a lot of you have, so this is complicated, but some of you, if you're the masculine, male or female, you've either had your feminine's literal self out of your life, where you may be, where the feminine was in your life. Now, this could have happened ages ago, it could have happened recently, or it's not feeling the feminine's healing energy, which has always been around you, because you're interlinked. But the divine masculine, you will know what that means if you've felt it. Because although I always say to people as a divine feminine, always pray for your true twin flame because they need your help. Whatever they're in, they do need your help. And their higher self is always with you too. It's a complex journey. But it's just that kind of feeling of well, it's like it's like the shady shit too. It's like a lot of the time, like all the energy that the feminine and the unconditional love, that healing energy that the feminine has been sending to the masculine, and then a lot of the masculines get confused, which is just part of the journey. So it's not about beating yourself up, it's about observing and learning that then the masculines take that energy and they build with the wrong, they build with the karmic energy, right? Which is why you'll see a lot of the times, in your situation, or you'll feel it, or you'll see it in the world, people will build and they'll maintain something for a bit of time and then it'll all fall down like a house of cards. Either the relationship breaks down or the money goes. Sometimes that can be because people actually get with people that were after their money. And a lot of the times, it's not all the time, but it can be that. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's because it's like what you were building on, the energy you were building on was meant to be built with your true twin flame, not a karmic partner. So that's why that happens. And then you learn the lesson. But however that all fits, it's like this is a masculine collective, like appreciating the feminine now that their energy isn't there. So to truly appreciate what we believe we could not go without, this card's an invitation to reflect on and appreciate those things that support and sustain us the most. So what I'm getting from this is I feel a lot of divine masculines that be going through a very hard time are starting to see who was really there for them, and that is their own divine feminine, or it could be divine feminine healers, male and female, like myself, that are on different platforms helping the masculines. Because like I say all the time, some people that read about twin flames, they're not helping the masculine. They're actually putting the fear of God into them by telling them, oh, it's too late. Your twin flame's getting married to someone else, or your divine feminine's like rising and another king's coming in. And you know what I mean? Or much worse. It's entertaining what you can see out there. But yes, this channel is here to support you, divine masculine, male and females, but also not let you off the hook. We encourage you to take personal responsibility and apologise where you need to, but we don't leave behind our soul brothers and sisters. So, from water to loved ones, what are you most grateful for? Who are you most appreciative of? How are you being called to offer thanks? How can you honour the things that hold you most? When we open our eyes, and that's what we've got to do right now, open your third eye, to what's truly holding us, the way we look at our life changes. The more we give thanks, the more abundance we realise there is, the more we honour those who give to us, the more connected to life we feel, offering thanks a way of giving back too. When we acknowledge the support we have in our lives already, we're more easily able to see the sacred that's woven through it all. What are you most thankful for in your life that you may have overlooked? Oh my God! And I just got these cards out. See what I mean? They always get me to get things at the right time. Now, and then the abundance has come back to, like, you know what I mean, to compensate what I spent the money on. So that's like, this is amazing. And that's because I'm trusting more too. That's really powerful because I was like, oh, I just got that and then I got another one and now the money's just come back. So thank you. But because, like I was saying, when I get myself a deck of cards, I'm really getting us all a deck of cards because I'm sitting here sharing them for everyone. You know what I mean? They're tools. That's all they are. They're tools. And I don't need them. I can sit here and just do without it, but it makes it more fun to back it up. But also that card, it really is what I channeled in the written. Now, again, I share in the written tab all the time, and it just feels like I'm talking to Tumbleweed. So please read it if you're guided to, because some of the downloads are really powerful. I love writing stuff. I'm looking into actually writing in a bigger way, because it's not the right place to be putting it. That's the message I'm getting. But basically, for now, I remember channeling yesterday or the day before that the masculines are really having a massive dramatic turnaround in what they value. And that is to do, I think this was just yesterday, that is to do with Venus retrograde. The Venus retrograde in Aries has been getting you to home in certain areas of your life. And then the Venus going through the retrograde in Pisces is going to be way more about your soul, about your spirit, about the spiritual connection, about like being at your wit's end, because that's what prayer's about. Most people, a lot of people only turn to prayer when they're at their wit's end, when really you want to pray when things are good too. Couples that pray together, stay together, all that kind of, all the different sayings. But and you don't need to really overdo it. Like you said, I pray when I wake up in the morning. Well, nah, I'm not a good example. I'm praying all day, every day for everyone. But you know what I mean? I pray first thing when I get up in the morning. It's, you know what I mean? Like pray for safety of everyone involved. Let's say I pray for my enemies. I fucking pray for everyone. But yeah, it's definitely something about the masculines having a huge turnaround perspective, and it's not just about their own feminine. It's about a lot of things in life. I've observed this with different clients, male and female, that just perspective about money changing as well, like money, material things having less of an importance than other things. So big messages, right? Okay, so who's guiding them? Right, this is taking ages, but it's fine. It's like that's going to be a channel message too, but it's like it is taking a little longer than I wanted, but it's fine. Where have I put those cards? Oh, here they are. So, what is the Divine Master? Is there anyone still here right now, guys? What is the Divine Master guiding the Divine Feminines and the Masculine's feminine side of this collective that have resonated with this so far? No idea how long this is, but I've no idea how long this is, but all I know is it's important, and the signs can just, they're telling me the signs can wait till tomorrow if I've not got energy to do the signs after this. But I will. I'll do some of them. Rama and Sita, Holy Union. This is what I pulled for today's video. It was either today's video or yesterday's. But remember, they're divine timing anyway. They're timeless. Holy Union, soulmate, connection, romantic opportunity. That, oh good. Thank you, Nathan. I was just checking. That completely fits with what I've just channeled there. The masculine collective, if you're not already feeling it, male and female, you're gonna, because it's the boom, 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 the activations are coming in, the galactic light codes. It's like these activations, especially on an eclipse, like you could be like the least, again, I can't stand the word spiritual, but you could be like the least spiritual person ever and not really be too into all of this, and an eclipse could come and boom, what the fuck? And it just, especially because Aries is a sign of change, and it wakes you up. You remember your past lives. You get the flashes of you and your twin flame together. You know, you're like, you suddenly get it all. That can happen to people in these eclipses. So, soulmate connection, romantic opportunity. So, yeah, I really do feel. And again, look, so the feminine has twin flame and holy union, soulmate connection. There's opportunities here, like open your eyes to them because they're here. So that's because that's the masculine's feelings as well. Half or I can't keep up with this. I just said light code activations and I opened the book up at half or light activation. Acceleration, brilliant, stand in your light. That's hilarious. That was the card. It was Kuan Yin and it was half or. That's what it was, the one for today. Right. God, it's always strong energy that I channel on I'm trying to calm down a bit. But they're like, nope, you don't calm down. And that's I just saw Melchizedek. That's one of the guys I've worked with for a long time. I don't say that very often, but it was just when I was at a mediumship workshop about 10 years ago or something, somebody that I was healing someone and they saw a man with a white beard channeling the energy down through my hands. I don't think they meant God, guys, but you never know, they might. They could have been good, but it was no. I've always felt it was the Melchizedek, but it's quite funny. So, soulmate connection, romantic opportunity, Rama, Sita are Hindu personifications of the divine masculine and feminine, are associated with the festival of light, Diwali. So again, remember, this is for the feminines. This is the feminines. You have successfully balanced your inner masculine and feminine, and it is really helping your masculine so much that they are sending that gratitude. Or for some, they might actually be literally like saying thanks. like in the physical. This magical couple can be invoked for the help of overcoming challenges in relationships and can help those who are ready to open their heart to love. Rama Sita are the central figures in the Indian epic Ramanya. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And the short story is that Rama and Sita were royal rulers, and the great demon lured Sita away by impersonating a wounded animal, an injured beggar in the forest. This is what I always say about the demons. You got to be careful. Is that really? Are you listening to a genuine message, or is someone trying to trick you? Or is that a genuine person in your life, or someone trying to trick you with all this tricky energy? Um, as Sita had great compassion, she fell into the trap and was stolen away from her one true love. On his quest to find her, Rama led an army of monkey warriors, including its leader Hanuman, into battle between good and evil. In this story, notice how it's like it feels like the masculine is the female, and like with a lot of the films, and the divine feminine's the masculine fighting for the. This is what I mean. That's why I always say like I don't say it all the time, but I say it when it's relevant. And Aries is masculine male energy, and I'm an Aries. It's I can feel when in past lives I have actually been the man that's fighting for the women. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's like I think in this life it can sometimes get whether you call it confused or messed up or whatever. It's I think when you're true to flame, I think you're gonna get what I'm saying. It doesn't always need to be that way. It'll swap and go the right way, but um yes, into a battle between good and evil. They prevailed, and the royal couple were united once more. Their coming together is still celebrated today. Remember the balloons at the start? You have a great opportunity to experience heart healing at this time. In the past, you may have found it difficult to trust and let yourself be loved, divine feminine, 100%, and therefore had many barriers up that stopped others from seeing your true worth, and also divine masculine as well, because you get very hurt on the journey too, male and female. Now you find yourself in an empowered position where you're open to the possibility of partnership. This is very exciting. There's a lot of excitement. You know, something amazing's about to happen. For this is all different times for different people because it's divine timing, but that would be too many words on the t-shirt. You know for a fact that you don't need anyone else to validate you or complete you. Boom, drop the mic. That's an Aries new moon message. Love it. This doesn't mean that it wouldn't be nice to be cherished and supported. Abso-fucking-lutely. If you aren't in a relationship, the universe is presenting opportunities for you to experience real soul-to-soul connection. This can only happen, though, if you stop letting past experiences cloud your judgment in the present. If you're already in a relationship, know that there's an opportunity to take it further at this time. Either way, enjoy the experience. That sounds a little bit dirty the way this that's probably just my mind. Right, so what have we got for the masculine? If the same card comes out, my voice is going to get even louder. And I don't need to do that anymore because I've got a microphone. Be quiet, me. Just a little bit. Just turn the volume down a little bit. That's like out Austin Powers or something. Or is it Friends when he's like... Right, so what have we got for the masculine? What have we got? Who's guiding the masculine? Is it the same guides? Who is it? It's not, but how funny that it's got two people. Oh, well, look, guys, look. This is why my energy is this high, right? Because I can feel all my many light beings, the Arcturians, the Lemurians, the Andromedans, the Palladians, like I can feel them all. And look what's in the back, the blue beings. Light transmission, wounds healed, important information, charging up. Like, because everything I do is a light code activation. So, and again, I have literally, honestly, this week, I have basically been like a mermaid. I have just been like floating about in the Neptune and Pisces energy, just waiting for them to say, hey, it's go time. And I'm surprised it was go time today, but they're like, boom, go. And I was like, okay. And look, so the main card is another one with two people. So we've got the Rama Sita on the Divine Feminine card, which is also the masculine's feminine side. And now we've got the Archangel Michael and the Faith card on the masculine side, and the Divine Feminine's masculine side. And again, Divine Archangel Michael is one of my closest guides too. It's why you'll see blue around, whether it's my hands or behind me and stuff. So spiritual calling, divine protection, breakthrough moment. And notice as well, one of the cards I'd given Nathan was that it did say something about being divinely protected. So this is a breakthrough moment for the masculine in particular. So this is very exciting. Oh, and then I opened up at Elmoira, and that's who I always say Moira. Sounds like Moira, like Moira, like Moira. I don't know. I don't know if that's. I don't know if that's Scottish, but it sounds like Moira, and it's Moria, Moria, El Moria. But I like saying Moira. But that is who guides the twins. One of the many ones. It doesn't say that in that book, but I just know that that's something like that. Right. Okay. So Michael, Michael and Faith, Michael and Faith. 103. So basically we've got like sets of twin flames guiding the twin flames because this isn't a twin flame deck. So that's pretty powerful. Um, Archangel Michael is one of the best known and most trusted angels across the cosmos. He is the leader of God's protective legion of angels and works tirelessly to guard all those who call on him for protection from lower vibrational forces and negativity. Right, I just have to step in here and say that, right? Notice how I just homed in on the fact that that's one of my main guides that is in everything that I do, right? And notice fact that like that is because, right, to teach you a bit of astrology here, my moon, my Sag moon is on top of the Antares portal, right, which is about it's about like basically the if you read it, it'll give different interpretations, but to me it is about when you see like Archangel Michael standing on the devil and the demons and stuff. Like basically I'm like a real life demon slayer, and Buffy the Vampire was my favorite when I was younger. I keep thinking I want to watch it. I haven't seen it for like since I was a kid, but it's basically like, I have channeled that myself from looking at my chart, but other people that know astrology too have delivered messages like basically like that's exactly what you're here to do. Like some words to that effect, that like I can handle the darkest stuff that most people can't. The stuff that most counselors can't handle, therapists, guess what? I'll be the counselor therapist that can. The stuff that some shamans can't handle, because yes, there are really dark stuff that even some shamans will be like, this is not my area of expertise. You need to go to such and such as a village over there. Or in modern times, oh, have you ever heard of Crystal Clear Vision? She handles people really difficult. Do you know what I mean? Like if somebody was had a balanced, integrated light and dark and they weren't threatened by, because that's true shamans. Like, if I notice people that, oh, actually, this person's got an expertise in that areas, this person will be able to help you. Or I've coached or mentored or helped somebody that works with people that what you're struggling with, would you be open to, you know what I mean? Like that, shamans are not threatened by others. Like we're able to see how we can all sort of work together. And that's what this is, whether you know it or not, that's what this community is really about building. It's like, because I'm going to start getting back to that where I talk to people on the videos and stuff, because I love that. I just need energy to do it. But yeah, holistically, this is about like, the people that are showing up every day delivering the messages because it says tirelessly guard all who call on him for protection. So it means all the people, God's angels that do the work for Archangel Michael to be a messenger. Because it's not just me, there's like loads of people that do out there, which are some of you as well, and that's what I'm here to round the troops. Archangel Faith is his twin flame, and her name suggests this powerful feminine archangel helps us move into a deeper state of faith and trust, both in higher power and in the goodness that runs through humanity itself. Both of these angelic beings can create a powerful force field around you so that you can feel safe to be yourself and maybe reveal some of the tender aspects of yourself and your spiritual talents. And so many people's spiritual gifts are coming online. Your clairs are coming online. If you already had psychic gifts and clairs, they're just heightening. It's go time. It's really amping up. For the most part, Michael and Faith are with every light worker or light warrior is what I prefer, but if light worker's fine for some of you guys that like that word, that walks the planet, and just by thinking of them, we invoke their protection. The universe needs you. This is for the masculine, remember. The universe needs you. Where you are now is where you're most needed. Consider yourself strategically placed. So what I want to add on to that is think about that. Some of you are in situations that you'd rather not be in, but you're strategically placed, right? Because your frequency, your energy, whether you know it or not, is helping other people around you. But what you've got to recognize, because this happened to me too, because I am the divine feminine, but I know the times in my life when I've been in the masculine energy. What you've got to recognize is when that overlaps into people being an energy vampire to you. And that's when Archangel Michael's about protection. You've got to shield your energy and set boundaries. And this is where the masculine's at right now. You've been in the karmic situations, romantic, friends, family, work, whatever. You've been in the jobs, all of it was meant to be. But Aries is a sign of change. Things are changing. It's why I said in one of those videos, and again, it is just them speaking through me. When we move in to like, the new moon in Aries is tomorrow morning where I live, but it's like really from this point onwards, like definitely for like the next 6 months onwards, you could find yourself feeling very weird. I don't know who that is at the door. This is highly annoying. Wait a minute, I'm gonna have to. Ugh. Oh God. Yeah, thank you. The fucking sound's out. Wait a minute. You're not even going to be able to hear me saying that. I don't know when that stopped. When did the sound go out? That's what we need to work out. When did the sound go out? Fucking hell. I'm sure it's entertaining though. Let me see. Well, no, that's ages ago. Yeah. Oh, it must have only just cut out. Oh, all right, okay. That's weird. By the way, that makes no logical sense. Do you know what, Nathan? Nathan, did it cut out at all? Because when I looked when I looked at the mic, when I let the Amazon guy in, it was off. like like it had died. You know how that's happened before? But it doesn't like and now I've just swapped, so I've plugged that one in and but oh God, that's weird. That should have went dead on you. You shouldn't have been able to hear me. But it doesn't look like it. I'll see one on the replay, but wow. That really is a fucking miracle, like. Because that's when it's not got a light on, that means it's died. So you should, and because the laptop doesn't instantly go to the internal mic, it would just be silent. I still heard you about talking to the guy. Yeah, because maybe it's just because I've done it that quick. Maybe it's because I've turned off the mic and not. Oh, I don't know now. Now I've confused myself, but that's quite funny. But anyway, whenever anyone comes to the door, I always see that, and because it was unexpected, I always see that as like a little bit of a sign that you could have. Oh my God, there's a deck. There's a card I'm about to use that says that. Um, yeah, like sometimes that can mean that you're going to have like unexpected visits, pop-ups. There's a deck that has unexpected pop-up on it. We need to get that, but it's right now we have got the other deck. Right, anyway, for the inner child of the and thank you for letting me know that. For the inner child of the divine feminine, what's a wee message? Because this Aries new moon is about the inner child and it's about actual children. We have you are enough. You do not. Oh my God. I love the consistency. You do not have to give more, divine feminine. Because the chances are, whether you're female or male, you have already given enough. You have given above and beyond. You have given, let's face it, you've given too much in some circumstances. Because I've said this before when it's relevant, and I know what they're trying to get me to say. I'm just, again, I don't censor myself, but I kind of am. I'm like, I'm in this, I want to focus, but it's like, well, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, there's definitely been at points in my journey where for the love of God, I unconditionally love that fucking man so much that it's like I loved him too much, right? Like more than myself at some points. And so, and even when I could feel energetically, not literally knowing that I should be, well, you know what I mean, that I should have been pouring that love into myself. I still, what, like, I just couldn't actually work out how to not love it. Like, you know what I mean? And that's why I don't like saying it because it makes me cry. But I couldn't work out how to not love him that much. Do you know what I mean? But for many, many years now, I have been in unconditional love for myself. And like I said, the turning point for me was a few years ago. Uh, when I finally did get like the last piece of the puzzle piece, really, that you have to put your boundaries up. You have to love yourself. And then that's actually ironically what will. And that's quite funny because 38 was a pivotal age for me. But yeah, like basically you're giving too much. If you're the divine feminine, you're either still in that or you've been in that. Or like if you're more like me, you're kind of like you're giving to yourself and you still pray and you still love your twin flame, but you don't. And like I said, with me, it's all being energetic. So it's not like, but for some of you, it can be like in the physical, like you're giving too much to this person. And what are they giving back? You know what I mean? Like, it's not equal. Like I said to Lexi, it's got to be like an equal. Um. Anyway, right. So, divine masculine. Let's see how the divine masculines felt that from you balancing the scales and giving that love to yourself. Divine masculine's inner child. But remember, that's also divine masculine's message too, what I just read. You do not have to give more to the energy vampires around you. Give to yourself. Give that love to yourself. And then you'll find you naturally, you're like, hey, I've got all this love. Oh my God, I want to actually give this to the person that deserves it, which is the other half of my soul. Accept what is. The act of acceptance will bring peace. And I feel so that's a lot of masculines in the inner child are now like the party is just having to be like I don't like this saying, right? And it's but it's coming to me like you've made your bed, now you need to lie in it. So it's like I feel some people are kind of saying like quite not so nice things to themselves. Um or you were in that place, like you felt like you had to sort of accept, yeah, accept where you are. But now it feels like some of you are shifting into a place of, right, I can't change what has happened in the past, but I can change now, or I can at least try to. Pull yourself close. Every part of you, your being is deserving of love. Yeah, that's really powerful. Like every part of you, divine masculine, male and females, divine feminines too, every part of you deserves love. So that's why they just got me to say that. Even the parts of you that feel like you really fucked up, that you made a mistake, those are the parts that need even more love. Because there's reasons behind all the decisions that each of you have made. Manipulations, a lot of them. You can't blame other people. I'm not about blame and shame. But in many circumstances that I see time and time again with men and women, there is so much interference, it's insane. And we see it every day with what I read, and you see it if you tune in to other people. So what I'm homing in on here is there's yellow roses. So roses could be significant, or yellow roses. I just sent yellow roses to one of my best pals for her birthday. Love the synchronicity, who is an Aries. Um, now is the time to be open and receive, say yes. It's time for you to receive the love that you deserve, masculine. Yeah, love it. Right. So what does the feminine want to say to the masculine? I will be your cheerleader every day. Hilarious. You couldn't get any more Aries new moon. And oh wow. I forgive you for it's like what I've just said. I forgive you for whatever you feel I won't understand. All I want is for us to be together and forget the past. That is so in line with astrology. It hurts my heart to not have you around. So the general gist of those cards are the divine feminine has just cracked on male and female without the divine masculine. You've ascended, you're ascending, you're no, you've in the sense of you've moved away from all the people, places, and things that try to hold you back from your own calling, or you set up boundaries with the people that try to hold you back, however that fits. Um, and it's teaching your masculine and divine time to do the same. Because you saw that two sets of powerful twin flames have come out that are guiding the twin flames. Those I've just had I've not had that deck very long, but I'm pretty sure that's the only cards in that deck that have two sets of twin flames on it. I might be wrong there, right? So because it's not like for instance, all these cards are scattered about, but look, I've had this deck years, right? But the Keepers of the Light is actually sets of twin flames. But that's not what that deck is. That's the Divine Masters. It's normally just got one master on it. So I'm jealous. I get jealous. Sorry for sticking my ass on the camera there. I get so jealous when I think about you with other people. It makes me angry because it's my fault you're spending time with them and not me. I feel like a total dick because fool just doesn't suit me, does it? But fool if you want. But yeah. So again, there is jealousy arising in the divine masculines, and again, it is because of the when my nose is itching. That's love and spirit. It is because of these stronger feelings coming online, and and that can kick in protective and oh my god, what was it this is so I've just remembered something. I'm I don't oh no, and I don't know how to say it because I made a voice note, it wasn't written. Right, so the download I got, right, while I was so I was in and out of sleep, but basically it was when I woke up this morning, like really early, at like 7 in the morning or something. I thought, fuck that, I'm not getting up right now. But it was like so it was like a dream, right? Because in this energy, it's a dream, but everything's a dream and it's surreal. But remember, I get visions all the time, but the only way I can describe it is I'll have to close my eyes to remember this because I had to make a voice note before I forgot. In my dream, it's like I was watching a film, but it wasn't a film that I know. But it was like, and the word I heard, which now I'm going to have to Google it, but I do know it was an amalgamation. Wait a minute, which is like. Amalgamation. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So it's always the right word when I say it, but I wanted to the action or process or result of combining or uniting, which is what the divine femme, divine masculine are doing, uniting energy wise, and then you unite in the physical. As we've got Rama and Sita, holy union, it's all the synchronicity, it's hilarious. And the twin flame guides, Michael and Faith, yes, we get it. But it's what it was it was like an amalgamation of like Dirty Dancing, Grease. It was more John Travolta ones. It was more like I would say like Grease and like maybe even like Saturday Night Fever because in like Saturday Night Fever there's that whole kind of vibe where he's like ignoring his best pal that's got his back and then he goes after the fancy one with all the money and the um well, no dash the curly hair because I've got the curly hair now. But you know what I mean? He goes after the one that's basically taking the piss. And he really treats the other one really badly. I haven't watched this for ages. I do love that film. But it was like, anyway, it was like an amalgamation. And it was like I did see a kind of John Travolta type. But it was like, it was weird. It was like as I was watching this film I don't know, that's just been made up. It was like something clicked for me. And it was like I was watching someone in the film saying, when a guy well this is the thing what I actually saw in the film isn't sorry this is I'm trying to explain this but it's like it's hard to explain the way your guides talk to you that's a bit fucking I normally can do it but Mercury's about going to Pisces Mercury retrograde I'm going to keep trying though I'm not going to give up this is the thing I'm not going to give up so I can't remember whether it was I've actually saw a man say it in this imaginary film or whether it was me as the viewer understanding but it was something like this, right? And also, I can't believe this. My eyes are staring in at another Archangel Michael card, which is a really interesting one. because it's got a black guy on it, which let's face it, it's very PC, but it's not what you usually see. But it's Archangel Michael, Heart of a Warrior, Divine Protection, Synchronicity. So that might really speak to you. I mean, that could even look like, wait a minute, is that hot guy in I think hot guy number two is trying to come in again. This is hilarious. This is hilarious. I think this might he again that he doesn't look like him because this hot guy in Spirit is a lot hot. This guy's hot too, but this other guy's hotter. But that I think that's him trying to come in. That's really funny. Anyway, Heart of a Warrior, Divine Protection, Synchronicity. Oh, sorry, that is absolute banter. If his best friend, Twinflame is watching, she's going to love that. But I just clicked because of what I said. But it's true. You know what I mean? Divine Archangel Michael doesn't usually. But that's interesting. So it's usually some kind of white guy with long hair and wings and stuff, but it's just that's getting across that Archangel Michael can show up in anyone. Be humble. You know what I mean? It's like you shouldn't fucking treat anybody like shit. The person begging on the side of the street could be like Jesus in human form, you know what I'm saying? Um, but where was I going with that? Yeah, what the revelation that I actually had, however it came in, isn't a big one. Like it's not a new concept. I was even like it feels like something like John Gray, like Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, which by the way, that was the book I read when I was like 19. That was a huge part of my interest in self-development, relationship, everything like that, which is hilarious because I was like still completely entangled in a karmic relationship. Um like but well, I was out of it, but still being manipulated anyway, you know what I'm saying. But basically, the revelation was that until a man actually falls properly in love, everyone is options. Do you know what I mean? Like, they, like it was something like that. It's like people are just options and they can't sort of see clearly. But once the man falls totally boom in love, and I don't know if this is for like people that aren't, I don't know that females as well, but anyway, but it's like that it's game over. Like, you mean that's who they want. They know who they want, and there's no going back. It's so hard to describe. It was like it was a man saying it in a film, or it was like maybe it was like a man guide saying it to me. I don't know. But if that helps anyone, that's what I was waking up. So maybe this is like maybe this is like some of the divine masculines having this realization. Like before, I couldn't make up my mind, and I was getting pulled here, there, and everywhere. But now I know there's like, and that's why I'm jealous because I don't want the options. I want that one. And what if they don't want me? That would make sense. But anyway, so that's really it. But I'll have to listen to the voice note again. But I think that was basically it. Right. So what else does the masculine want to say? I should have fought for you. Yeah. So we've got I'm jealous. I should have fought for you, and I realised all the mistakes I've made. And oh crap! Oh my god! Oh god! Honestly, moving on. This is what I mean about like oh shit. Right. Okay. So she knows. She knows about us. How could she not? You're the one that I want. You're the one that I want. You are the one I want. Ooh ooh ooh. I just spoke about Greece. I can't. I can't. I just can't. I'm moving on. I'm being careful. I have to do this the right way. So again, common sense. Some people could be in situations like that. The she doesn't always need to be a current partner. It can be exes that aren't happy, or it can be female family people or female friends. Who knows? What else? But things are coming in quickly, yeah. So again, I didn't really know where I was going to bring in the tarot, but this is about look, the balance of the masculine and feminine again with the white and the black horse, and also it is about horses are about freedom. These situations are coming in fast. These sacred unions are coming in fast, and it's the Aries new moon. It's a big activation of to the truth. Look, King of Pentacles been working on his shit, looking at the map, taking a long time, but it's because he wanted to do it right. Change he to she, whatever fits. Yeah, putting behind a Knight of Wands way. Look what I just said as well. Knight of Wands is the person that wants to have all the options and, flirty, friendly, fiery with quite a few people, but that was in reverse. That's why I'm reading that. And so, oh my God, guys, I just got chills. The King and Queen of Swords just came out together and talk about shamanic vibes. Holy fuck. This is like this is right. Whoa. This is I'm kind of gobsmacked. I can't believe we've had. I can believe it because I feel what they're wanting to show you, and I'm not even going to insult my. I don't like calling you an audience. I'm not going to insult my soul family. People that tune into me all the time. You tune into me because you can feel there's a resonance, even if you don't fully understand it on a conscious level. I'm a very old soul. I'm a twin flame elder. And again, when I've had healings and sessions with other people, they've even mentioned ascended master to me, right? But again, I feel that would make me a total dick if I was saying on everything, I'm an ascended master. Do you know what I mean? It's like would have zero views because I still do think there's some people that don't yeah, some people won't understand the way I channel, and that ain't my problem, right? Like at the end of the day, if you get it, you get it. I don't, I don't judge other way the other people do it. I'll just this is the way it comes through for me. But what I'm getting from that is this is extremely old soul. Definitely, I would say other shamans that are twin flames, or you just really resonate with being, on a shamanic path, or understanding living a shamanic way of life. Or you could have been shamans in a past life too, because there's a lot of past life gifts. But that is amazing when the King and Queen of Swords come out. So this is two people that have really worked hard on themselves. Like you've got a balance in logic and reason and intuition and boundaries. And like I always say is, what I love about this Queen of Swords card, I always say the same thing. She isn't like the other Queen of Swords. In all the other decks, it's like a woman looking a bit fucked off and she's like, what the fuck do you want, right? And she's got her boundaries up, or even a bit frosty, right? But she just looks really open. She looks like, look, she's got her drum. She's like, they're both out in the mountains basically. Like that's to me, right? This actually doesn't look like this looks like a twin flame union. Like the way I'm looking at this card, that looks like she's somewhere in the same sort of area using the drum, and he's like out there keeping eye on what's going on. Like he's protecting his divine feminine. Like that, do you know what I'm saying? That's how that's so exciting the way the cards came out. And also it was 1555, so it was 555 big changes. So if you're not resonating with being in a really beautiful, sacred, divine union, twin flame union. It's this is what you're heading for if you're resonating with this message. That it's like you could even be like somewhere more secluded. Like that's obviously going to be really specific to some people, but you could be like kind of secluded away from like the majority of society. Like you know what I mean? Like um to protect you. Yeah, again, I feel I'm talking to people that it's like you're guiding the collective in quite a big way, or you're going to be, um, and you need to have boundaries around you. God, wait a minute, I need to hold them there for that. I think I'm going to use the other twin flame. I think this is real future messages, unless I'd be fascinated if I'm talking to people that live like somewhere like this, or oh come on, that's not the most flattering angle. Hurry up. Doing it. That's totally blown me away. Yeah, look, huge opportunities. Ace of Pentacles, gifts from God. Gifts. These unions are gifts from God to the collective. For the ones that have the eye to see. It's given Mary Magdalene and Jesus vibes. But that's what that deco says is some people got it, that there was groups of, well, because twin flames that are being guided by Jesus and Mary Magdalene, all it means is the archetypes are protecting you, right? Just to stress that. And it's like your union is healing to the collective. So how you choose to do that could just be in your neighborhood. You're just a fun, friendly couple that your energy inspires others to want to be in relationships like that. But that actually, because that feels like shamans, that feels like healers. That's again people that are healing in their physical community. Because I know a lot of shamans that don't do stuff online. Like I had to teach a lot of people that I know that are shamaning and stuff how to do similar, just because I was so used to it. I've been doing this for ages. But then, things are moving on, so a lot of people are, but it's kind of like yeah, it can be people helping people online or in the physical or a bit of both. But anyway, that feels like quite a big message. But again, like I said, like I am here to guide other leaders, so I shouldn't really be surprised that that's coming out. So, and that's the times we live in. So, um, right now this is the because now I'm going to finally get on to do Scorpio after this, after I drink some tea. What do we need to? What is going to be the outcome for these powerful unions that are coming in then? Is that one again? The sorry, the electric creative expression. So again, there's electric energy in the air. There's big changes. There's also because it's got creative expression. There's important communication coming. There's divine downloads, divine creativity, receiving cosmic intelligence. That's always my card about receiving cosmic intelligence. Sorry, I'm just if that crystal clear vision card comes out, I don't even think it's in there because that's not even the full deck. But clear energy blocks, activating the higher chakras, and we've got divine order, practice, patience, and reverse. Yeah, I'm either speaking to people, you're already in this union, or you're going to be very soon, because the patience is in reverse, like, and activating the higher chakras. And when the higher chakras are getting activated, that is when it's go time, really, especially if it's in both people. Um, Forever Young, a song of youthful playfulness. And what I just said about fun, rekindle an old flame returns. Like, sorry, these cards are funny too. Look, so I'm sorry. Do you know why I'm like? There's loads of reasons why I'm laughing right now, but didn't I just say like I said Patrick Swayze and John Travolta? That's fucking banter. That's a little bit like that. You know what I mean? It's like yeah. And especially if we're talking about Greece, like they are very young in Greece. An old flame returns. An old flame returns. Right, what have we got from this deck? Denial. See the truth of the situation about a karmic, I would say, because I don't like calling people a karmic, but and then return. But I did just see the karmic card, but they're not letting me find it. So someone from your past may return. An old flame returns, and someone from your past may return because they're out of denial and they see the truth of a situation. These cards are so clear, aren't they? Stability, set a solid foundation. And that's the Ace of Pentacles. That's the King and Queen of Swords. You're going to have your boundaries with people for these new beginnings. Look forward to a new beginning because it's the only way you're going to be able to have a new beginning and develop faithfulness and trust. Fidelity builds strong relationships. Mistakes, especially if there's been like mistakes in the past, or we all make mistakes, or however you want to translate that. But that's quite clear that that's going to be when masculines have um went the wrong way. But now, like we say, it's never made the mistakes, but it's not the wrong way. You learn the lessons you're meant to learn. Disagree. And so some of you might be like, Claire, do you know what happened? Do you know what they done? Blah blah blah. And it's like, yes, I come and tell me, book a session and I can hear. But look, you might have to agree to disagree on that one. Sacrifice. True love is selfless. Mistakes. They just keep saying the same thing. That's really quite funny. I feel like I just want to shuffle these, and then I'm going to bring this to a close with a new Earth message. Mary Magdalene first. We have Jesus. Of course, we've got Jesus. Of course, we've got Jesus because we're not really that far away from Easter, and of course, my birthday lands on Good Friday. Yep, not joking. If you're new, seems kind of biblical, and I resonate a lot with. Like I've said before, I am Sisterhood of the Rose. I'm very connected to Mary Magdalene and Jesus, but in some ways, I feel a little bit more like Jesus with the way I've been treated through these times. Anyway, the power is within you, Yeshua, Jesus. So beautiful. What else? Mary Magdalene. Yes, of course we've got. Sorry, I get annoyed with how repetitive I have, but look what I said about. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wowzers. Look what I just said about Mary Magdalene and Jesus guiding. That's why they've got me to pick up these cards when this wasn't even the order. I wasn't meant to use this. I've got on that little bit of paper the decks I'm going to use. That deck isn't even in it. So this is how much they just like serendipitously lead me to things. We've just heard Jesus, now we've got Mary Magdalene, and it says, listen to elder wisdom. And that is what I'm channeling today, elder wisdom. But unfortunately, in these modern times that we live in, a lot of people ignore the older people, don't they? And the thing is, a lot of people are going to ignore me because they're going to be like, who the fuck's that? She's like, she looks about 30 and she's saying she's an elder. Okay, that was being too kind to myself. But like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I do, well, now I think I'm catching up to look at my age, but like, I've always looked younger than what I am. But even being 41 almost in a few weeks, that is not, a lot of people wouldn't consider that an elder. But when you know how that works, I'm a very old soul that has come in with this wisdom, and it's not just me that's channeled that. I have had that channeled to me by loads of different people, online and offline, consistent messages, especially to do with the oak tree, which was really interesting when I was watching, It Ends With Us about 100 times this week because it's on the movie channel. But, I saw it for the first time in January, and I loved that synchronicity that about the oak tree. There's a bit in it about the oak tree standing strong through the storms, really resonated. And then if you, they're just reminding me that before I watched that film, I had pulled cards and I'd pulled a tarot card that had something about the roots of a tree. And in that film, he calls his restaurant Root. Like it was just, there were so many synchronicities. If I can find it, I'll put it, but I don't know if I'll be able to find it. But yeah, listen to elder wisdom. So yeah, I really do feel those Mary Magdalene, the Rose light codes coming through very strongly, and Mary Magdalene and Jesus guiding at this time. And then just to confirm that, we've got one of the only cards where they're both on it, divine inheritance. And look at even the wee synchronicity. It's right. So look at even the wee synchronicity of two donations that were of a higher amount. That's not a coincidence either. And again, thank you. Divine inheritance, positive flow. But what they're saying is, I deserve that. You know what I mean? Like, I do deserve that, and I can witness that. It doesn't mean it's every time I'm doing something, but it's like, I receive it gratefully because I do deserve it. And I know that, that's because I donate to things like this too. And it's like, you know what I mean? It does make a difference. And it's like it's nice, and that's why you can't ever say thank you enough. Like it does mean a lot to me. And the way that I'm looking at it is you really did just like refund me for the cards that I just got. And it kind of made sense a bit like I trusted and got them, and then that came back. So yeah, I love it. So but yeah, I feel your divine inheritance, if you're resonating with this, look out for things like that happening. Like little things, big amounts of money, big things happening in love, big things happening in success, big thing like there's just big things. It's your divine inheritance. This is stuff that's been held back from you. People have put curses upon your names, which is just gossip, slander, not believing in you, putting their own projections and limiting beliefs, not believing you'll do it. You know what I mean? Like I remember, like, look, we're like on this channel, we're still not hit like 1500, right? We're not far away from it. But I remember when I was putting out videos and it was only like a couple of hundred views and it was like a really, really hard climb. And I bet you there's been nasty C words out there that have been like, oh, hard, it's hardly got anyone and people aren't listening. And they still might say that now. Who gives a fuck? Jealous. What are you doing like? What are you doing in the world? Have you got the balls to do that? No, did you think so? Sit down. You know what I mean? And if you have, I applaud you because there's a lot of nasty people in the world that they will use their own jealousies and insecurities and they'll slag you off because they're too scared to do the same. Man, woman, old, young, boom, truth. I dropped the tiny mic, but we need it right now. So, but yes, notice they're together in the picture, and Mary Magdalene is healing Jesus. This is the moment the divine masculine goes to their own divine feminine for healing. Now they're not doing anything racy here because that wouldn't be suiting with these cards. But I do feel that could be healing in that way too. But this looks very innocent, so we'll not we won't do this. And anyway, it's Sacred Union. Magdalene's portal, the gateway. Yeah, so I feel the portal is the 4/4 portal that's a few days away, but the portal is also this dark moon, but it's also the new moon that we're going into tomorrow. Love it. Right, so because I spoke about a lot about dreams, let's shuffle these oh my God, shuffle out these dream cards, and then I'm going to end this, and I'm going to do. Hello, how are you doing, Renee? Um, yes, I was just. What was I going to say there? I was sure there was something. Oh, I think it was the synchronicity that happened. I was thinking that was you, but that was actually. No, there was. It's what it is it's one of the videos that I don't know if I've put out yet. Renee, have you seen a video yet where I pointed out the wolf? I don't know. I don't know if that one's read out yet or not. Oh yeah, it was. It was on the pick a pile. Did you see it? On the pick a pile, I picked up on a few people's dads, and your dad came in really strongly. It was beautiful. Um, right, so what have we got here? And how are you doing? So, don't worry, this is the end of the collective one, but I'm going to go on and do Scorpio. And I seem to remember you wanted to be around for Scorpio last month. It's that time again, but I've shuffled, so I'm doing it random. I'm not doing it like Aries through Pisces. So, what have we got for the collective about dreams or anything? New Earth energy, naked. Oh my God, how funny is that when I just said that about that? Jesus, Mary. And now it's reminding me, hey, you there, can we take it to the next level, baby? Do you dare? Naked, the song. Do you feel, or we could take it back old school Mercury retrograde. You make me feel naked, undressing me with your eyes. I can't sing it, but that was, I loved that song. I made up a dance to it and everything with my pal. Woo, hypnotized. It's Louise Redknapp. You know Jamie Redknapp's. It's not his wife, is it? It's his ex-wife, but it was her song. Like she used to be a solo artist when she left Eternal, and I'm so take one you want, and then I'm sure there's another one about naked. Was that not that Adam guy that was like back in the day? What was that song called again? Oh, I can't remember any of the words to that. It was a terrible song, but it was one that I actually really quite liked. So, naked. Do you feel exposed and outed in some way? What is making you feel inadequate? Guilty, ashamed, or vulnerable? What do you need to release? Well, do you know what? Surely I make you feel better because I'm fucking vulnerable on here every single day. And I go against all the laws of nature, don't I? Because it's like, oh, it's not safe to put yourself out like that. And it's not safe to be who says? Do you know what I mean? Don't copy me because this is my calling, but do copy being yourself. I'm just being myself, you know what I mean? And yes, you could put it down to, oh, she's an Aries. Aries are raw and real. That's true, we are. Or you could put it down to, oh, she's got Venus in Aries. They're a bit kind of sassy and honest as well. Or she's got ADHD. She's going to regret that. Well, sorry, I've been channeling like this for, it's not 10 years because I've had my page 10 years, but I've been doing live streams. It's got to be 8 years now. No, don't regret any of it. I don't regret any of it, even during the Mercury retrogrades, because I set the boundaries before I press live, and I trust my guides, I trust God, I trust everything that's meant to come through. Boom. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so the point is, hopefully that inspires people to just stop being so scared. Just let yourself be seen. Truth. That's the motherfucking truth. Look, truth, right? I mean, that's just like that. I was going to use another deck of cards. In fact, I'm going to read that after. I love it because that's what I put on the shorts today. I done a tiny wee shorts because I pulled I'm going to use that word again, an amalgamation. I used a combination amalgamate of different cards, and the first two were were very kind of Neptune and Pisces, or the moon in Pisces right now, and then the rest of the cards were given at Aries big licks all the way. So it's very much like moon in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces right now. Tomorrow, sorry, not tomorrow, Sunday, it'll be Neptune in Aries and moon in Aries. Okay, going live then. Yes, exactly. So did you just get a sign that you needed there? See what I mean? Like so that's amazing because Renee's just actually that just backs up what I'm saying that it's like I'm here to be doing this for others, to give them the divine messages, the twin flames. And like I said, it's actually not just twin flames now. Like they're wanting me to give messages to everyone, but I just don't feel it will be on this channel. It will be sometimes. So just, pay attention. I'm gonna experiment because if it's like pulling teeth trying to start another channel, I'm no fucking putting loads of energy in it and I'll just have to sort of do it on here as well. But I'm also here to inspire those of you that have already got channels and that you might sometimes fall into the lower energy and you need a bit of a boost to be like, go on, go in, because it takes a lot of courage to do it in the first place. So I need to keep people's energy up, It's like, but I can do that by me having taken most of the week off, and now I've got loads of energy, and so and because that happened the last time too, so I love that. And for those of you, you're like, fuck no, Claire, I'm never going to ever be wanting to do a channel or anything like that. That's fine. You do you, boo. There must be something else you want to do in the world, though. You know, like use it to spark some kind of creative energy, some kind of fun. Visionary, yes, because again, crystal clear visions. I had a vision of this. Again, not kidding you. When I started doing this, right? So like I said, I've had crystal clear visions 10 years, but I had started on my spiritual path like 20 years ago. Like I said, did you hear what I just said? I was reading Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, whilst just getting out of a karmic relationship, which I was still in for years after that because I didn't fucking know what all these different words mean that I say all the time. I didn't know what was in. You know what I mean? And now I ironically teach about it. And then even though that's talking about a karmic partner, you still go through karmic lessons with your actual true twin flame. And that can be confusing too. And that's why you can be like, oh, wait a minute. Wait, where am I meant to go? What am I meant to do? Because now, honestly, I don't like going near this too much, but I have to say it because Aries is the truth. I cannot even believe for 1 second that I was confused about who I was meant to be giving energy to. And this is, I must stress, neither of these people wanted to be my boyfriend at this time. But what I'm saying is, I cannot believe that because it's like I was having fun with someone, and someone was basically we were get it felt like we were giving each other equal respect and having fun with someone, and the other person was completely and utterly disrespecting me. Do you know what I mean? But then it kind of went similar in too. Anyway, moving on. So you have the capacity to envision what's possible, but I had a vision of being on YouTube helping loads of people. Now, it's not loads of people, but if you think about it, this amount of people, 1,350, whatever it is just now, if we had everyone in the room, that's a lot of fucking people. So for those of you that have like hundreds or about the same as me, or if you got more as me, think of that. Think about if you had that many people in a room. Even if you got one person listening to you, because sometimes I've only got one person on the live listening, you're making a difference. And like I said, it's more of a difference than the people that are the haters that are judging you. Either you energetically feel it, or if they're actually gossiping about you, what are they doing? What are they doing? They're wasting their time talking about what you're doing. Know what I'm saying? Keep it moving. They need to keep it moving. You need to keep it moving. Keep shining your light. But keep it doing it with love. Because here come the Lemurian guys to so that it's not as like, it's not aggressive, it's assertive. It's like do it with love. Be a peace warrior. Your Lemurian soul swims in the sea of oneness. You're the earth keepers that hold the light codes of unity. So that is what I'm doing right now. So a lot of you may resonate with that right now as well. The dolphins were I was obsessed with dolphins as a kid. I had dolphin covers, dolphin lampshades, dolphin ornaments, you name it. And like I always say, it's kind of weird because I don't have anything that's a dolphin in my house like now. I don't think, maybe, yeah, like nothing that's around it's all wolves and tigers around here. But that is my inner child. It always means my inner child, which the inner child is Aries moon. Love it. Now I'm going to read the last card. So I'm going to, oh my God. I'm going to be ending this, right? I'm going to be ending this at union. I'm going to be ending this at my birthday number, 1618, because it's 1617. Truth. Remain authentic in your core values. Truth can be masked, so be objective when dealing with emotional issues. So be aware of people that might not be telling you the whole truth. A lot of people could be feeling very low right now. So we're giving them a wee prayer out there, whoever wants the healing. I just had somebody really close to me recently had a very sore throat. And then they shared it to me. I said, if you're open to it. And then literally the next day she was like, you know what, that actually did like, it's kind of like not the same anymore. Like it's healing. So address areas in your life. And if that had been someone that got the prayers all the time, it would have been instantly, because a lot of you do that with me and it goes instantly. But that person, it was somebody I had to enlighten her to be like, look, say to me when you need my help. Address areas in your life that are not achieving your deepest truth. Boom, drop the mic. Of course, it is now 4:18. It's time for me to go, but I'm only going to go and I'm going to come back and I'm going to do Scorpio. I'm going to read this first though. Um, Not yet. Going after this. Crazy time in the game because brain is a cyclone and brain is crazy. Dreams are crazy. Yeah, you need to watch this on replay. I just spoke about my crazy dreams. Yes, absolutely. I needed that energetic boost. And oh my God, I've been getting greeting codes in my dreams, getting like signs from old, yeah, past life memories. Yeah, it's so strong right now, Renee. It's so, oh my God, and I just realized you are Scorpio, aren't you? So, oh yeah, I'm doing Scorpio next, so I'm probably going to be drinking my tea. But right, so if anybody is joining me to channel on Scorpio, and also it is the eighth house. So remember the eighth house. We've all got secrets in the closet. We've all got stuff to do with sex, whether you're celibate or having sex. I might add, because it's like it's still sex, sacred and otherwise. And it's the house of taxes and debt, other people's money. So let's dive in.